News Desk. Now to our top story. The 5th Annual Devolution Conference has kicked off today and is hosted by Kakamega County. The summit is to focus on President Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four agenda, which includes universal healthcare coverage, affordable housing, food security, and manufacturing. More than 6,000 delegates from the 47 counties and the national government are expected to participate. We now bring in our Western Regional reporter, Willie Lisige. Willie, good afternoon. The Devolution Conference is expected to have 6,000 delegates. Have they arrived?
Good afternoon, Ashley. I like your brief description about the whole event that will be taking place here in Kakamega from today on Monday until Friday. So the 5th conference or the 5th conference on what we call devolution is kicking off today here at Amalemba Primary School, where guests and even delegates are just arriving and then they register before they move to another place, which is 500 meters from this place, where it is now Kakamega High School, where the whole conference will be taking place. But shockingly now what is happening is that there is a crisis where maybe delegates are not able to register. All the printing machines that were put in place maybe to print the visitors card have broken down. As you can see on your screens, those are delegates trying maybe to find a way how they can get those cards, which will now allow them to be allowed to enter the main venue, which I have already noted to be Kakamega High School. So this is a Malemba Primary School where they are registering. That's just one of the entry to the building where different registration is taking place. I think that door is for the exhibitors who are trying maybe to get a chance to get their cards ready so as they can be allowed to enter the other venue, which is Kakamega High School. So we have been experiencing this crisis since morning, actually 8 p.m. when all the delegates began to arrive here. There was that crisis. All the machines broke down. They have been not able to issue any other cards to allow these visitors to be allowed entry on the other side of the conference, which will be taking place at Kakamega High School, which is around 500 meters from here in Kakamega. As Ashley, you noted early, we are expecting more than 6,000 delegates, because that is the number that we had been given, but it's just an approximation, because we are not sure if maybe some of the governors or some of the delegates will end up coming with more visitors as earlier expected. And maybe I can get also some of the comments from delegates who have arrived here. You can tell us your name. Have you been registered so far? And what's the time did you arrive here at Amalemba Primary School?
Okay, I'm Lulato Jackson, Organizing Secretary, Youth National Alliance. Since we arrived here yesterday night, we haven't been served here. We came here at around 9 p.m. yesterday till today early in the morning. The situation is as you can see here. We are told to wait until around noon, of which it is past the time they gave us to maybe to start a registration. As national youth leaders, we say that the governors have failed us, because we expected them to serve us and to give us something that could maybe benefit us as the youths, because we came here earlier as youths and we are here. Many people have started arriving, and we expect around over 6,000 delegates to attend the event. So as National Youth Alliance leaders, we call upon the government and more so the Ministry of Devolution to do something on this, because people are stranded here. As you can see the situation here, people are crowded all over. So I think we condemn this, and we call upon those who are in charge to do something. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you so much. And maybe for gender equality, you can tell us your name. Have you been told what is the cause of the delay in registration so far?
Okay, I'm Karon Joroge from Kiambu, youth leader. It's very disappointing to see the government has failed us as youth. All this is all about the youth agenda, and you are trying to help the president to at least fulfill the 4 agendas, the 4 pillars. And since we came yesterday, for me, I arrived here yesterday, and trust me, it has been so messed up. And I think everything shall be okay. Let us hope for the best, because we don't know the reason. Actually, they're telling us different reasons, this and that. But it is impossible for all these people around here, 5,000, 6,000 people today. It's very impossible. So I think we are going to be here until tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Maybe as we finish up, what's your name, and do you think this crisis will be solved anytime soon?
Okay, my name is Peter Kaunda. I'm coming from Migori County. I'm representing the National Youth Alliance at this devolution. Yeah. So I think the crisis can only be solved when the people, the organizers of the event, they can somehow be digitalized. At least the system that is working with the releasing of the tickets, they should do it in a specific way, because we are turning to whereby we are in a digital world. Yeah, so we need to be very sharp, and also, the day is almost wasted. So we need to be very sharp on the event so that we can conclude and everything.
Thank you so much. So actually you can see, even though it's a happy moment for the locals here in Western Region, where they're expecting more than 6,000 visitors, and we hope that will have a lot of beneficial to the local community in terms of finance, in terms of business. But we can see we have a very big crisis here. There's no registration taking place because all the printing machines are dead now. They're not working any longer. So maybe the only solution, I think, is if they can shift to manual registration rather than stick to the new digital registration that is not even taking place. But actually, before I wind up, we'll also be expecting to have a football match in Buhungu Stadium around 2 p.m. where governors will be playing together with their senators and also members of county assembly, Ashley.
Lusigi, you've talked about the business in that area, and of course, Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya urged the business community to take advantage of the conference. Have they done so?
Early in the morning when I was speaking to locals, especially at different marketplaces here in Kakamega, especially like in a Malemba market, which is just like 200 meters from this venue, I think the only concern they had that they felt they were not benefiting, especially the local Mwananchi, the local business lady, the local businessman, because they felt all those who have benefited from this event are only hoteliers who have, so far it is concerned that all the hotels in Western Region, especially here in Kakamega, have been fully booked. But the local Mwananchi, the local person here, maybe the boda rider, they are still complaining that they have not yet benefited from this devolution conference, because most of the visitors who are arriving here, they are not using bodas, they are not using matatus, they have their own cars or even government vehicles, and the rest also are spending their nights in the neighboring counties such as in Kisumu, Bungoma, Busia, and the few that remain are also spending their nights here in Kakamega, but in those lavish hotels. So I can say briefly that the common Mwananchi is yet to benefit. Maybe we shall be just keeping an eye to see if by the end of the week they'll have a different opinion from that. But as so far as it is concerned, the local business people here, they have not yet benefited anything from this devolution conference, Ashley.
All right, many thanks, Willie Lusigi, of course, from Kakamega, where the 5th Devolution Conference has kicked off. We want to take a short break here on KTN News Desk, but after that, we'll be crossing over to Mombasa to speak to Victor Gale on the insecurity issues in the region. Don't go too far.